for me, I've got to try and do my best. I've got to try and get myself chances, but I've got to try and help my teammates to try and create. If I can close someone down, if I can put someone under pressure for my team to get a chance, then that's the biggest thing for me. So it's controlled energy, but it's I've got to be thinking out there, because it's difficult. Sometimes it's 4v1, and it's hard work.
And is that come from you, or does that come from Ryan? Is that direction from Ryan for the team as a whole, or is that something that you bring to every team that you play on?
I've always been that way. But the manager likes that. We always do our homework. We always try and set how whether we're going to close or not. But Ryan does a lot of the homework and the hard thinking about how I dictate it from the top. I think I've always been in that way, but also the manager, he dictates a lot of it as well.
Ryan's just said that the team hasn't really put together a full 100% 90-minute performance yet. How do you do that when you're expending so much energy and playing that pressing game?
I think he just means in a way of, there's been games where we haven't, in all the games we haven't been at our full energy, full closing down, and on top of that, when we get the ball, we use it right for the full 90 minutes. I think that's what he means, which we've got to learn very, very quickly, because the longer we dictate games to other people, the more games we'll win. Because right now, we've played half games where we've done well, and this, maybe this is the first half, or maybe it's the second half that's not been good enough for our standards. So maybe our standards of a full 90-minute game is got to be raised. But it'll come. It'll come, because it's still a new team. It's still people trying to get used to playing with each other. So. I think over the coming weeks we'll get better, and I think today as well we need to learn from this, because it's a difficult defeat to take. First half wasn't good enough. The second half was much better, and we've got to take the positive from the second half, and learn from it, because in the coming weeks these are the type of games that's going to help us be good in the future.
Man for man, the Impact said that they were very disappointed with how they played in the second half. What changed for you at the start of the first half, which allowed you to take control of the start of the second half?
I just think our pressure was a lot better second half. I think our positions, we were sometimes, pressuring in ones and twos to get the ball back, rather than the full team. So it's just the understanding of a new team, I think. But we've talked about it just then, and we know the type of things we've got to do to make us a better team. So I think it's just it's learning as well. It's learning and realizing that we need to grow together very, very quickly, and we need to do better.
What do you think are some of the best things that TFC did today against the Impact?
I think the second half we got more of the ball. We tried to create more chances, and our pressure was very, very good second half, which made the game totally different. Which the first half we didn't, which was disappointing for us. But I've got to say as well, the fans that came out, our Toronto FC fans that came out, were incredible. To travel all this way, our team appreciates that. We definitely recognise that, and we're thankful for that. They'll see benefits from games like this, where we'll learn and we'll put in good performances for them.